AWOL from pretty much all of my life, all of my normal life from my past. All the people that used to know me or that I used to work with or be around in general, I haven't been spending time with them. For example, like I haven't been at work. I quit my job. And I've been isolating myself so that I can focus on God and my music projects. And not just music projects, but like just figuring out what God wants me to do with my life. That's a huge part of what's been happening this last few weeks, couple months. A couple months here, but especially the last few weeks since I actually quit my job. And well, I didn't really intentionally quit my job, but God just kept calling me to stay home and be by myself and protect my energy and protect my intentions and just shield myself from outside forces that may interfere with what God wants to take place. And it's important, and if my energy isn't right or if I'm being exposed to what I'm doing is it's really ballsy. It's very, very, very ballsy. It takes a lot of courage to do what I'm doing, and if I am exposing myself to the wrong people, or not even the wrong people, but the wrong people for this situation right now, that's detrimental. So yeah, I have been spending a lot of time at home, pretty much all my time at home, locked up in the house, seeking God and working towards what He wants me to do. And man, has that ever been confusing to figure out what He wants me to do? Because I'm pretty good at rhyming. And I had written some rhymes in the past that they related a lot to, it directly touches on the residential school issues that have gone on here in Canada, and it was not something that I wrote out of my own will. It was something that came out of me because God put it there because of the situations in my own personal life that I'm dealing with. Catholics, all that garbage. Don't need to get into it, but yeah, I have had some very dark times, and this is the type of stuff that comes from dark times like that. And I'm undergoing a lot of changes. I'm not the same, like, I'm not allowed to be the same person that I used to be before. I have to be totally different. Not that I was bad before. I have flaws, and part of being a new person is working out the kinks and getting rid of the flaws and bettering myself, but there's a lot of change of character that's going on regardless of quality. It's just character changes that God wants me to make happen in my life for His purpose. And to make that happen, I have to be very careful. I have to protect my energy and protect myself, especially when it's just new for me and I'm building up my faith. I've had faith my whole life. I've never lost faith. I've always had faith in God and the higher power, etc. And it's varied from here to there where would I have faith in, but young age, I know that. Well, I figured it out logically that there's a God, because I had time to think, a lot of time to think. So I've never lost faith, but I haven't always lived the greatest life, or the life that I should be living. Regardless, I'm being transformed into what God wants me to be, into a better version of myself. And I've been trying to figure out what he actually wants me to do, blah, blah. Since a lot of my rhymes, my old rhymes, they're kind of dark. Some of them, a lot of them. And God doesn't want me to be a liar. He doesn't want me to be violent. And he doesn't want me to be an attention seeker. And he doesn't want me to be... Let me see what else. God has shown me the power of my words and the influence that I have over people. I am exceptional at blessing and cursing people with words. The worst things that I've done to people, for the most part, it's been words. And I have to be very careful what kind of words I use and how I treat people, what I let come out of my mouth, because it damages people and it hurts people. And I've been very wary of whether or not it's the devil, or if it's forces that are countering God that have been telling me to do certain things. And because I was unsure, I get mixed messages. Like, he doesn't want me to put out. He doesn't want. I'm a representative of Christ and of love. So if I'm putting out words that don't help people, but they're hurting people, or putting bad thoughts in their head, negativity, whatever, that I'm not supposed to be doing. So it took me a long time to figure out whether or not it's actually God wanting me to do this. And what I've concluded is, well, my discernment's got a lot better, but what I've concluded as well is, if something is kind of cringy, there you go, that's a better word, cringy. Not only cringy, but like dark, or negative, or violent, or any of these things, I have to use my discernment and also talk to God, ask him what he wants me to do with different rhymes or different projects that he wants me to do in my life. But I have to kind of weigh the value versus the damage. Is this helping people, or is it hurting people? And if it helps people, if it has the potential to help a lot of people, or be something that can if it has the potential to help people, or if it's going to bless somebody, but it's also kind of dark and violent, or questionable word choices, all those things, I have to weigh the value versus the cost. And if it comes at a cost, I have to put a disclaimer on it. For many different reasons. For one, that these words came from a dark place, and that's not a place where I am anymore, and that's not a place where I want to be anymore.